got to switch the.
What? Oh, yeah. Welcome, Forest Lake Ranger football fans, to this Lakes Area television broadcast of Forest Lake Rangers football away at Hopkins High School. 0-4 Hopkins versus 4-0 Forest Lake. Should be a good game.
Should be a good game.
Hopefully it's
we got great weather.
Beautiful weather.
I mean,
Beautiful weather up here.
This is football weather if there is football weather. This is it. Just a hint of chill, keeping the players cool.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're going to get started right away.
All right.
Let's get ready to.
My name is Noah Casa on the call. Alongside me and on the camera tonight, Joel Geist. Here we go. Rangers ready to kick it off. Good kick. Be taken inside the 5 by Hopkins. The Rangers stick them there.
Great coverage there.
Great kick coverage.
Gunner number 40.
Caught us off guard a little bit by
Emick Hauer. Great play there. Great open field tackle. First one in. Makes a solid tackle, taking out his legs. Ain't getting anywhere.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Hopkins. The Ranger wrecking crew will have their first look at this offense here tonight on this drive. Rangers coming off of a pretty big defensive game, at least defensive fourth quarter last week. Here is Kaspers.
Well, a lot of last week's game was a big determination by the weather. It was monsoon season.
That throw across the middle from Kaspers completed to Otmar. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go. We'll see what Hopkins draws up here on 2nd down and 6. Kaspers out of the gun, out of the pistol for Hopkins. And we got a false start on Hopkins. That'll back him up 5. It'll be 2nd down and about 11, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it looks like a 2nd and 11. That first pass, kind of one of those little sweeps across the middle, just checking to see if the linebackers are there. And there was a small gain, but good tackle.
Let's see here. We got to try and fix our scoreboard in between the next set of plays. Incomplete pass by Hopkins, a little too far. Kaspers overthrows his receiver. It's going to be 3rd down and long here.
3rd and 11 for the Royals.
Let's see.
All right, it'll be Kaspers from the pistol again.
3rd and long for Hopkins. Kaspers takes the snap, looks to throw across the middle. Ball batted away, incomplete. I believe that's Rendell on the coverage. 4th down.
Rendell on the coverage and Rendell's on the pressure. Ranger wrecking crew just gave him no time in there. Great job by Rendell's on the outside.
Let's see. Hopkins will punt now from inside their own 20. And we'll see what Jake Johnson can do with it as he stands at about the 47-yard line awaiting the punt. Their punter was pretty good in warm-ups. We'll see what he can do here. Punt is away. Good punt, fair catch called for by Johnson, and the Rangers will set up shop at about the 43. We'll get to see Zeidler in this Rangers offense for the first time tonight.
On their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what they can do in some dry weather. The passing game suffered a little bit last week just because the ball was wet. It was rainy, very rainy the whole game. So hopefully we can get some air yards this week.
What the heck? Zeidler, 1st and 10, takes a snap, Drops to pass. He's going to go deep on the first play of the game. He's got Hoyt. And if Hoyt would have bent that route a little bit farther to the, I think that one was dead on. Hoyt just needed to bend that back towards the pylon a little bit, and that was touchdown city from the jump.
Yeah, there was a little contact. There was a little contact there, which made it kind of hard for him to release. So it definitely was contact on both sides. It wasn't worth calling, and it was just a little bit harder for him to get to where the route was supposed to be.
Zeidler here on second. Takes a snap, handoff Patzer. A good run for Patzer. That's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it.
Looks like he's going to be about 6 inches short.
Joel, what were you telling me before the game? He's 17th in the state currently for rushing?
I believe it was 17th in the state for rushing yards. And I believe his average was sitting at, I figured it at 7.4. So very good yards per carry average. And his yards after contact have been amazing. He's been running through guys and taking advantage. Zeidler keeps it.
No, it's Hoyt.
Oh, that is
Hoyt makes a move. Touchdown Rangers.
Oh, man.
Third and short. I'm trying to get the scoreboard set up.
I'm watching you. I'm seeing if you're getting the spot set up, and I'm missing it on the camera. Sorry, everybody. We're just getting set up. We kind of had some technical issues before the game, and then they started the game early, so it was we didn't get all the time in the world to get set up.
All right. Well, Valentini back this week. I think the scoreboard is set up. We're good to go, so we shouldn't have too many more hiccups at that. Valentini back after not playing the second half of last week's game. Snap, hold, kick is up, and by golly, it's good.
Valentini is good.
Well, 7-0 Rangers.
It's good to see Valentini back. Last week, I think he got hit, or his plant foot might have slid and pulled something a little bit.
That rough weather.
It was really slippery, and it's good to see him back. Good to see him making a first extra point. And that's one thing from this Forest Lake team that we have said quite often. The special teams have been amazingly different this year versus last year. Valentini has been just absolutely amazing on his kicks.
The coverage and the returns as well have been
we've had
beautiful.
Hoyt's had 2 touchdown returns now?
I think just one.
Wasn't there a punt, though? I thought there was a punt.
I think he got close on a punt and
yep.
touchdown saving tackle. All right, here we go. Rangers got it all teed up, ready to kick it off again, and this one's another boomer. Taking it about the 6, heading right, and again tripped up.
That'll be at the 21. Great coverage by the Rangers.
Emick Hauer, a name we haven't called a whole lot.
We just called it the first play of the game, though.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. This season, offense, defense haven't called it a lot.
Yep.
But we sure have been calling his name a decent amount during special teams this season. He is a force down there as a gunner.
He's been
on kickoff, at least.
I mean, super solid tackles, going low, not biting on the moves that they're trying to make on him.
Here we go, Casper. Out of the pistol, 4 receivers. He's going to look to pass. Pressure immediately by the Ranger wrecking crew. Now he's going to heave one deep. Nobody there. Way too far for his intended receiver. It was number 18, Brace.
Second down.
All right, so everybody that's at home on the stream, bear with me a little bit. I got a new toy. My special stream setup Zoom handlebar is going to take a little bit to get used to, but it is a lot smoother than last week. Or 2
couple weeks ago.
At Anoka.
Here we go, 2nd and long now for the Royals. Snap goes through the hands of Casper. He's going to cover up on it. It'll be tagged down by the Rangers. And that's going to be a big loss on 2nd down, and they're going to be staring down staring down the barrel of a third and about a half a mile barrel
it's,
there.
Third and looks like 23 maybe. Maybe 24-ish.
Third and 21. Casper with 4 receivers, 3 to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Casper takes a snap, looks to pass, throws out to the side low, incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down, and Hopkins will punt again.
Pass intended for
This one
Owen
now,
Hall.
this is where it gets scary in high school. You just had a bad snap with your quarterback, and now you got your punter standing in his own end zone, and the Rangers put a decent amount of pressure on the last time, bringing these 4 guys off the right side. Rangers are definitely trying to block one here. Nearly blocked. Punter gets it away. Jake Johnson, fair caught. Corrals that one at the 36, and Seidler will bring his offense back out.
So we're going to start with really good field position here.
38
Is that 2 back-to-back 3-and-outs now for Hopkins?
Yes.
All right. I wasn't sure if they got a first down on
You know,
that first
someone's
series
getting
while I was
home,
trying to get the
which you do
scoreboard all
with
set
No.
up.
They
Tell
did
them
not
to
get a
log
first
on
down in the
to
first series.
Okay.
NFHSnetwork.com and search for
Here we go.
Hopkins High
1st
School.
and 10 for the
We are
Rangers
streaming
now.
live.
I believe it's Hoyt and Johnson in at receivers. Zeidler will send Johnson. Zeidler takes the snap, looks to pass. Deep shot. Hoyt there. Cut. Touchdown Rangers.
All right, well, Coach said that play didn't work last time. Let's just run it again.
Let's go again.
Zeidler to Hoyt for a
And,
Forest Lake touchdown.
You know, after the first game, Zeidler and Hoyt really had quite the connection for 2 touchdowns the first game. And we were talking about we were going to be calling their name together quite often. And they've been kind of quiet the last couple of games.
Yeah.
But
That's 2 deep shots to Hoyt now. The second one hitting for big. We'll see if Valentini can put this extra point up, and I can put a full 14 points on the board. Snap, hold, kick.
up, good.
It's good.
Extra point is good. By number 16, Vince Valentini.
Takes the score to 14-0 Rangers. Oh, what a way to start. Starting
Yeah,
fast.
2 big
Hopkins
plays.
football would like to thank one of our royal sponsors.
Have the Rangers gotten a first down yet, or have we just scored before
No, we
getting
got
a first down?
there was
Patzer's run, did they mark that as first down?
Yeah.
They did? I thought it was
no,
third
it
and a
was.
foot, and we
was
handed
third
it to
and a foot.
Hoyt.
Yep. It was
And
third
Hoyt
and a foot, and Hoyt went
took it to the house.
house.
So we haven't gotten a first down yet so far.
Well, technically, if you have scores, that doesn't
Nah,
count.
sounds more fun. Ball
right.
all teed up. You gotta remember who this is. Ernest Goodwin will kick it off for the Rangers. Line drive kick will go just inside the pylon and be a touchback. I think the returner wish he had that one back. He was waiting for it to go out of bounds, and it hooked and went right around the pylon.
Well, he was not in the position to make a good return. On
No,
that
he was
one.
not.
So, like that's good to let that roll into the end zone.
Yeah.
You pick that up, you're going to get absolutely stomped on the end zone, and possibly.
Well, the only problem was there is it got a little close with Rangers getting down there in time to maybe recover that.
Right.
But when you wait for the ball that long, that's where it gets a little dangerous. But luckily for both teams, it went through the pylon. Rangers don't have to give it to them at the 40, and Hopkins didn't give the ball away. Handoff Hopkins here on first down. Ranger wrecking crew there to meet him. Stuff him for a gain of nothing. That was Sam Mills and Rendell. No,
Also, Zach O'Connell,
Colby
number
Christensen.
number 53.
So
Zach
2,
O'Connell was the
second and 8
big
for the
run
Royals.
stuffer there. He plugged up the hole.
2nd down and 9. Hopkins changes the play at the line. Takes a snap, looks to pass, fires a quick out. Rangers there to cover it immediately. Reed Olson putting the smack down.
Caspers to Shaw.
He was highlighted a couple of weeks ago with Prep Sports on KARE 11 for Play of the Week with that interception that he had against, who was it? Week 1.
Week 1 was STMA.
Or Osseo, sorry. The Osseo game. He got a over-the-shoulder interception that made top plays. Lost by just 4% of the vote.
Oh.
Killer. We get a play stoppage as a ball rolls out on the field from the Ranger sideline. Ball boy's got to
Tighten up, ball boy.
tighten up, keep it firm. I think, actually, you know what? I think that Valentini may have been trying to, somebody over there was kicking into the net.
Oh, bounced off the crossbar probably.
Yeah. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Hopkins looking for their first down of the night. Caspers out of the pistol, looks at his sideline. Takes a snap, drops to pass. Across the middle, intercepted by the Rangers. DiManzo trying to take it back. Nolan DiManzo with his first interception of the season, I believe.
Last intercepted by number 12, Nolan
Maybe he
DiManzo.
has one other one on the season, but I believe that's the first one for him.
Takes over on the Hopkins
I believe that's his first
32-yard line.
interception, but he had a great game against Osseo, and he was putting on a lot of pressure.
Well,
He
we
had-
said his name a ton in the first half last week as well.
Yeah. All right, Rangers going to start at their own 32.
See what they
Actually-
choose to do. Zeidler, handoff, going up the middle. Rangers got a lane out to the side. Good run there. And that's
gonna
Emmerich
be
Howard.
Howard. Coming up big this game.
Number 34, Tyson Moore made the tackle.
Hey, his number's getting called, and he's
And number 40,
doing the best he's got with it.
Emmerich
And,
Howard.
you know, I just want to point out again that, like, every one of these kids out here is all pumped up, and they've never quit because they know that their name could be called at any time.
This one will be Patzer up the middle. Good hole. He'll jump
Jake
forward for a
Aho,
gain of 5.
the runner. Tackle by Anthony Walker.
Interceptions. Reed Olson has the only other interception
Second down
on the
5.
season. So that was DiManzo's first interception of the year. 2nd down and 5 now. Ball on the 17. Zeidler takes the snap.
Option
he's gonna
play
keep it.
Doesn't option play.
Probably
the
should.
defense, the linebacker was there.
Yeah.
If he tossed that was going to get whacked down and
Rodney
ran
Way
back
on
for
the
a
tackle.
touchdown. So good thing
For
he
loss of
kept it.
4.5.
Just a busted play. We'll take it.
3rd and 10
Probably
before
should
set.
have gotten that pitch out. It looked like he had time to get it to Weston, and
The defensive
wasn't
end
able
was
to get it out
crashing though,
fast
so it's one of those things that he hadn't. The defensive end hadn't committed to the tackle or the pitch yet.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, great job by the defensive end there to basically
Timeout,
force him not to pitch it,
Hopkins.
and then goes for the tackle and makes a solid tackle. So.
all right, first time out of the game taken with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. That's Hopkins burning the first of their 3 this half.
And let's just point out the student section over here filling it up. Look at this.
I mean,
we got a full student section.
The Hopkins student section has filled out a bit, but before the game, Ranger faithful traveled well and was well
Absolutely.
outnumbering.
Look at this. We definitely have a lot of travelers here for the Rangers to come out and watch this game. Great to see the whole city getting into it. Great to see the student section full.
Well, how can you not? It's the first time we've been 4-0 since the 60s.
Right?
Zeidler takes a snap, rolls left, looking to pass, has a receiver, throws downfield, caught, and brought down. That's going to be a first down for the Rangers.
Who's that? Jake Deeb?
Mitch Long on the reception.
Mitch Long
Mitch Long. Okay.
pulling that one down, looking
yeah.
like a seasoned vet.
Deeb 17.
Yep.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to do a lot for memory on the camera.
Mitch Long going to be one of those
That's a
receivers
Forest Lake first down from the 10-yard line.
that will take over for Hoyt next year when Hoyt graduates. First and goal for the Rangers. Stepped on my headphone cord and nearly fell over. Handoff is
Hoyt.
to Weston. Going outside.
Please.
We get a block in the back on Johnson, which was an awful call, but
There's a flag on the play.
what are you going to do? It's nothing you can do about, I mean, I don't know what else a receiver is supposed to do other than let their guy get tackled in the backfield. Rewind it, look at it. He caught him in the shoulder. That was questionable.
The one thing
I
is,
see why they
like,
threw the flag, but
the shoulder is really weird. As a receiver, you really got to, like, if you can't get both in the front of the shoulder,
Yeah.
if you're on the other side, like the back of the shoulder is still the back. So it's one of those.
I get why they call it, but I always find that particular block in the back a very ticky-tack call, that crack back in the block. Zeidler throwing corner, Jake Johnson caught, touchdown, Rangers! The penalty don't even matter.
Zeidler's pass to Jake Johnson for a Forest Lake touchdown.
What a ball. Have you seen Zeidler throw with such precision?
I mean, he's had some pepper on those balls.
Wow.
They've been flying in there pretty good.
Call me crazy, but I'd say it's borderline art. The way that he's dropping that ball into the pocket tonight.
It's been pretty solid.
Unbelievable. Beautiful ball placement. Valentini on to surely put it through the uprights. Snap, hold, kick up.
Good.
What do you know? It's good.
Extra point is
Valentini,
Keegan Zeidler.
absolutely automatic so far this season.
So Force Leg off with a great start, scoring on the first 3 drives.
3 drives, 3 scores.
3 drives, 3 scores, interception, 3 actually big plays. So, you know what I have to say about that.
Shoot.
Means the offensive line's doing a great job.
As I take a drink, yes, the offensive line is playing very good. One of the reasons that Zeidler is able to drop in such a perfect ball tonight has been he has not really felt a whole lot of pressure. The only time he's really been touched was that option play.
Yeah. I mean, it's been pretty clean, and the biggest things is those outside crack plays that Hoyt broke. Outside contain fell apart because our front blockers, I believe that was Patzer that just blew up the defensive end on that first play to Hoyt. So it's been a great job blocking for the Rangers.
High pooch kick there by Valentini. Ooh. Ball on the ground. Hopkins will dive on it. And they'll set up shop at about the 11.
So once again, Hopkins starting with pretty poor field position. Be good to see him get something going on offense.
Yeah. Casper is starting deep in his own field here on 1st and 10. 4 receivers, a running back set up behind him. He works out of the pistol. Takes the snap, looks to pass, hurried, backing up near his own goal line, and he's sacked. It's the Rangers' Hunter Gruba.
Looks like Howie Johnson and Klesk.
Will be on the 3-yard line.
All
Gruba,
4.
Everybody was in
Everybody.
there. Like Howie Johnson came on the side. He tried to escape left, and Howie Johnson was there blocking it up. He tried to escape middle, and Zach O'Connell was in there.
Caspers was just lucky to get back to the goal line before he was tackled. They're going to spot the ball at the 2. I bet the Rangers bring some pressure here going for that safety. Hopkins will run. Running back gets out of his own end zone before he's met by the Ranger wrecking crew and taken down gain of
Rodney Wade, the ball
1 or
carrier.
2 maybe.
Gain of 2.
And we have a Royal down on the field.
It's a good job by the running back to get out. He got hit behind the line. And hopefully the player down is okay. He is
Not
not
moving.
moving.
I believe that was the running back.
No, I think that is the center or the guard.
That's not number 10.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Tough to get a number right now.
Yeah, the way he's positioned, I can't really see a number.
Oh, look at this. I'm figuring out this tablet thing here. We got full screen over here. I can do the scoreboard from here. I can handle everything with the big screen.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I mean, what a job so far by the Ranger defense.
Okay, looks like he's up and moving around. That's good news.
It is 10.
It is 10, the ball carrier.
Injured player is number 10, Rodney Wade.
Rodney Wade.
So he's walking off gingerly. We hope to see him back. Hope that he's okay.
I think that he got a little bit of that Tua Tagovailoa whiplash action. He came down in a heap after being drugged down, and the way he's walking off the field, I gotta believe that is.
Yeah, he's walking off, and looks like he's a little woozy. So we'll hope he's okay.
Here we go, Hopkins. 3rd down and 16. Casper is trying to get out of the shadow of his own goalpost. Rangers bring pressure, and there he is, sacked. Ranger defense brings him down. Jackson Christensen,
Safety.
the first one there, and that'll be a safety for the Rangers.
Tackle
Yeah, I
was
don't
made
know
by
about
number
the
11,
first
Jackson
one there, but
Christensen.
again, that was a whole bunch of people there. Zach O'Connell was there in there, plugging up the middle, just going straight up the middle, and he came on, and
I don't know how I feel about that call from Hopkins, dropping back to pass there. I feel like at that point you know you're going to be punting.
yeah. The other thing though is I mean, it kind of depends on the other short yardage running back that they have.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if your great short yardage running back just went out and can't return to the game, you know.
Put a lineman in there or something. Just fall forward for a couple of yards. I feel like you'd rather have a gain of 2 or 3 with an unexperienced running back than a safety, and now you're kicking it right back to the Rangers.
Yeah, especially with as much pressure as Forest Lake has been bringing.
Yeah, you knew they were going to blitz. They showed that the play before when they brought 3-4 guys. All right, so Rangers will receive the free kick. Aho deep for the Rangers. Weston, Hoyt, and Aho switching spots in that returner diamond, we'll call it. Deep for the Rangers. So it's the first time the Rangers will be receiving any sort of kick off tonight. Gotten a few punts, but their punter very good about putting that high. Solid kick. Aho will take it from the 30. Run right, he's got a hole. Cuts back across the field. It's gonna be a foot race between him and the kicker. He makes a move, and he's taken down at the 15-yard line.
Once again, great special teams play. Great special teams play. Our block setup has been great, and vision from our returners has been really good. Aho Aho, I think he was worried about making a move, and I think if he just would have turned it on, he might have got through.
Yeah, you got to just turn on the afterburners, as they say. So Rangers now with great starting field position at the 15-yard line, and we'll see how aggressive coach decides to be here with a 23-0 lead.
I'm going to say that probably Patzer is probably going to get a pretty big workout the rest of the game. Here's Hoyt.
Pitch out to Hoyt, trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be taken down for the first loss of his night.
Tackle made by number 65, Alan Walker.
Hoyt scares me with the way that he carries that ball.
He does.
It is out there. And he's fumbled twice this year. No, I think it's twice.
Could have been, but I think you might remember one that Jake Johnson had on that same play.
Maybe. Yeah, keep that ball high and tight, boys. 2nd down and 11. Zeidler keeps
no. That's Patzer up the middle.
Patzer up the middle.
Looks like
gain of 3. 3rd down and 9 now. We'll see what the Rangers draw up here. Some interesting hand signals coming from that Rangers sideline. Zeidler out of the pistol.
One of the first 3rd and longs that Forest Lake has seen.
Zeidler throws, end zone, Weston, Hoyt, touchdown, Rangers!
All right, so there's the Zeidler-Hoyt connection, best friends for a long time. That's two on the night? That's 2 on the night, Zeidler-Hoyt connection, and Hoyt's 3rd touchdown on the night. The first one was a run.
That's true. It's a hat trick for Hoyt in the first quarter. Valentini now on to kick the extra point. Up and good for the Rangers.
All right, so special teams, as we were talking about, continues to be a big factor in this game.
Absolutely. This team is so good. I can't tell you how excited I am for Fridays each week.
It's been great. It's been great. And you know what?
It's what gets me through the work week.
I've been out around town, and you know what I've heard? I kind of brought it up a little bit, and then a whole bunch of people, if you're at a bar or something, a whole bunch of people start talking about it, and the whole town is watching. So great job, kids.
Yeah.
And let's keep this up.
Well, how about some of the highest honors for our new coach, Brad Beeskow?
Yeah, that's
Vikings
a big thing.
head coach of the week.
Yep.
That's huge.
Minnesota High School Vikings head coach of the week, Brad Beeskow. And once again, you know, he keeps his kids in it. Last week, everybody easily could have given up with the rain. There was rain and wind and really terrible conditions. They were down.
Hopkins getting a decent return here. Now finally taken down after the returner shrugs off more than his fair share of tackles. And the Hopkins Royals will set up with what I think is their best field position of the night.
At their 28, it looks like. 28, 29?
I think it's going to be marked 27.
Okay.
So even a few farther back. I thought that he got a little bit farther downfield than that. But Hopkins now out of the bunch, 1st and 10. Caspers.
You got 3 receivers tight to this side.
DeMonso sees it, calls it out, run out to his side. DeMonso gets off his block. Ball on the ground, but they're going to say he was down. Now, I saw
Jackson's Evan Curry.
one of the best recognition and plays by a defender that I have seen all year out of Nolan DeMonso on that play. He got up to the line, saw the bunch, called out exactly what the play was going to be, strung his block out, forcing that running back to keep trying to get to the edge, and gave the rest of the defense enough time to come in and get that tackle from behind.
Yeah,
Textbook.
They were really trying to take advantage of the wide side of the field there, and Nolan DeMonso just said, nope, I'm not giving it to you.
Strung it out, yeah. Kept that contained. That was perfect. Casper's quick pass out to the left. Receiver going to catch that one. Gain of 5.
Casper's throw.
Looks like Rendell and Hoyt on the tackle. Or maybe that was Aho, I'm not sure.
Hopkins, I believe it was Aho in there on the tackle. Hopkins now 3rd down and 6, looking for their first down of the game. Rangers line up, looks like they're manned up across the board here. Running back going in motion, quick swing pass, ball batted up in the air.
Ooh. That
incomplete. Hopkins wanting a flag on that one. Maybe could have got it. That seemed a little late.
That'll bring up 4th down.
I probably would have said maybe that would have been a little bit late by Eric Neese there, but
we'll chalk it up to intensity.
Right. I mean,
Charles Shaw into punt
one
for the
thing is
Royals.
like on those bubble screens like that, when the receiver turns and he has your back to you, and you don't see the ball, you just see the player, and you see his back. It's a fine line to if he has the ball or if he doesn't have the ball, because you can't see through him.
High snap on the punt. Punt is away, nearly blocked by the Rangers.
Takes a Ranger bounce.
It's a flag on the play.
Be down, but there is a flag on the play. You know, something that I am seeing from Brad that is great, and I'm loving it, and I'm not seeing from a whole lot of other teams.
What's that?
Not only does Forest Lake have the fancy TVs down on the sideline with the camera going on the booth so that it can instantly go back, watch film, and learn and grow during the game.
Yep.
But when Zeidler comes off the field, Brad is always right there to high-five him, something, and he seems to be very involved with his quarterback. Makes sense as the offensive guy. But Hopkins, I'm not seeing that from anybody on their side. Seems to me like Zeidler keeping it up the middle. Breaking tackles. Foot race. See you later. Zeidler, touchdown, Rangers.
Ethan Zeidler with the touchdown.
Gotta love to see that. Even your linemen run down all the way down to go and congratulate your quarterback.
Yeah. But what I was saying was Kaspers has come to the sideline twice, and nobody has said anything. I mean, his teammates come over, but it seems like when you're down 36 zip, you'd want to work a little bit to try and figure that out for strategize, make adjustments, do something. Talk about it.
I mean, right now we're
Valentini, snap, hold, kick up, in good.
Right now, I
The
mean,
point by Valentini is good.
we're looking at two teams that are on different paths right now.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when we were 0-4,
Yeah.
it was very, situations very much like this. And, there is a point where, people start to check out a little bit.
Yeah.
And,
I was on one of those teams.
yeah, it's a situation where, like, when you
very
start
check out.
winning,
Yeah.
and you get used to
It gives you the motivation to want to get
you
better.
get used to
Yeah.
winning. there's motivation to want to get better. There's also motivation to want to get more involved in the game, which you were talking earlier that one of the coaches was saying that they've had a couple of kids
join the team halfway through the
season, which, you know, previously had not happened.
No.
You know,
we were having kids quit 3 weeks into the season because we hadn't won and they weren't playing enough.
And, you know, it's great that, I mean, we've said a ton of names on this roster, and last year I felt that there was, you know, a couple of the mainstays, and that was all we saw. And then, you know, they're playing both sides, offense and defense, and we're seeing guys like today, like Emmett Hauer, coming up, making two great tackles.
Yeah.
2 great tackles on special teams. Comes in, they give the ball to him on a run. You know, you can play both ways and you get really tired out. But also, if you're in the game and you know that the ball can come to you, or you know that, you know, the team is relying on you to do something, you know, it's everybody wants to get in and make the plays on, you know, on teams that are winning. So, you know, it's a big difference when
Gruba lined up way outside here, cutting off that inside receiver. He's got the flats. Gruba and pass coverage there.
Well, Gruba
nearly making a big tackle. He's had a couple pass.
Gruba has been that outside pass when they line the tight end up wide. He has had that play that the previous quarterbacks have just had to. He's got out there and got his hands up, and then made the quarterback throw over the top of him. So it wasn't just a quick throw. So he's been really good on that outside contain of the bubble screen.
Quick pass, Reed Olson meets him there immediately.
Sorry, I was trying to get a drink here.
No, you're all good. Matthew Schwartz comes in to finish that one off for the Rangers.
I was apologizing to the people at home because I missed the play.
3rd down and 7.
Oh. Well, I mean, if your camera was right there.
It kind of was.
You might have caught a decent amount of it. All right, that's the end of the first quarter.
The end of the first quarter.
All right, we'll see how this side of the field looks. We're catching a lot of reflection off of the, oh, you know what?
Hopkins
I think I have
football
an
would
ND
like to
filter
thank
on.
more of our Royal sponsors. Enter Bank, the official banking provider for Hopkins Royals Booster Club and Youth Program. Enter Bank, where being
You should have
proud of
a,
your banking partner isn't a
There's
given,
not a
it's an
polarizer.
aspiration.
We need a polarizer on
North
that.
Star
But
Insulation.
we're catching some
North Star
reflection from the lights in the
Insulation provides
field.
services for both new
One thing
retrofit commercial
One
and
thing about this
residential
Hopkins
projects.
facility, man,
Whether
they
you need
have
spray
a
foam, fiberglass,
lot of
waterproofing, or
special
other retail
activities
needs,
set
our
up here. You got a
professional
climbing
contractors are
wall
ready
over
to
here.
tackle your
They got like
project.
Some kind of American
As we head into the
Ninja
second
thing
quarter,
going on
American
over
Ninja Warrior.
American Ninja Warrior thing over here.
Jeez.
Their field looks
Patrons
great.
may wait in line for the bathroom or concessions.
Nice
but
facilities,
otherwise you're
that's for
expected
sure.
to be in the bleachers watching the game. Those who are loitering will be asked to leave without a refund.
Here we go.
Second, there is no re-entry. after
Casper's
leaving
on
the stadium
3rd down.
at any point while the game is still going.
Trying to figure out what we got our stoppage for here. All right, now we'll get it started. Casper's out of the shotgun, 3rd and 8. Rangers looking for another turnover. Casper's and the Royals looking for their first down of the night. Casper's drops to pass, throws across the middle. Caught.
And that's going to be a first down.
That'll move the chains for Hopkins.
Casper to Shaw. That is a Hopkins Royals first down.
Gabriel Ottmar on the receiving end of that one.
All right. There's the Hopkins fans.
Good morning.
Good to see him getting into it a little bit.
Casper's on 1st and 10 for the Royals. And they get more movement out of their right guard. That's his 2nd time jumping off sides tonight. Buddy needs to get his head in the game with the snap count.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Zach O'Connell has been a monster on that guy, and he's trying to get as quick of a step as he can get. That tells you, like, the guy that consistently is getting an offsides penalty, that means that that guy right over his head is absolutely flying off the ball.
And he's now pulled out of the game, so there's a backup right guard in on that right side. Kaspers throws over the middle, nearly intercepted.
Almost intercepted.
Looked like he was trying to no-look back across the middle. His whole body was aimed out towards the flats, and he was throwing in a slant. I don't know. I mean, he got hit as he was throwing, but. Here we go. 2nd down and 15. Kaspers out of the pistol, takes a snap, quick throw inside. Makes a couple of Rangers miss, and he's going to be taken down back at the original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Pass was complete to number 15, Rise Vogel. Vogley.
So he looks like he got about 6 there because they got their penalty yards back from that offsides penalty. So he got about 5 on that play.
3rd down and 10. Kaspers takes the snap. Rangers bring the house. Throw out to the flat, broken up. More dropped by Otmar, but I'm going to say that DeMonster there to break it up again.
Great coverage.
If he would have caught it, he wasn't going very far because Nolan was there.
I mean, what can we say about this defense? Like, they've got a number of kids on this team that you know, if you're a college coach, I might be looking at a couple of these guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got some talent down there.
You got Sam Mills. You got Sam Mills, who's playing a 3-4 now, and he was playing a 4-3 last year. He was an absolute monster.
Johnson's going to return this one up the right side,
got
swapping
some room
back across field. Nobody block anybody in the back, and he's got a chance. A few moves. He's across the 30, 20, 10. Get a block.
Does he get in?
Steps out of bounds at the 3. Jake Johnson with the return. Oh, man.
So once again,
dive. He's got to lay out.
I mean, he kind of did, and it was kind of sketchy how he had the ball and trying to get it over the pylon. But
now the question is, after last week, was he actually out of bounds?
Yes, I think.
Okay. I would also venture to say that he was pushed out. 1st down and goal from the 3. Zeidler takes the snap, handoff, Patzer, touchdown Rangers. Boom, da-ba.
Leighton Potker scoring for Forest Lake.
Boom. You gotta copy the scoreboard. I'm bad at math.
All right, so
43 zip.
It's great. It's great seeing your energy here. You're all pumped up and hyped up.
Well, I'm just happy that I'm not going to drop dead from a heart attack in this one unless something goes horribly wrong.
Yes, that is very true. This week it looks like it's not going to be one of those heart attack games.
Snap, spot, kick up.
Good.
Valentini with the extra
And
point.
Valentini stays automatic.
So
we got to come up with a nickname for him.
Don't forget to visit the Spirit Shop where we have everything you need to show your royal
Well,
spirit.
Valentini.
Hopkins football would like to thank more
Valentini.
of our royal sponsors. Entity Photography.
Vince
The
Valentini.
exclusive
I don't know.
photographer
How do you need a nickname for Vince Valentini?
I know,
Man,
it'd just be fun if we could do something with Valentini, but I can't put my finger on it.
I mean, I've hardly got to use my that'll move the chains. That'll move the
Get
chains
on
line.
it. I guess tonight we haven't. Hopkins hasn't gotten a first down except for one, and Forest Lake hasn't needed him. So
You pulled out the that'll move the chains for Hopkins.
I did. Sorry, I stepped all over your touchdown call on that one. That's my bad. I'll give that one back to you.
All right, so who's there?
It will be
Who's our kicker?
Ernest Goodwin
Ernest Goodwin.
kicking off for the Rangers. He selects to kick off from the right hash. Ball set up, 10 minutes and 13 seconds left to go here in the half. Goodwin puts this one in the air, another short one, taking it about the 14. And the Rangers there to corral him immediately as soon as he crossed the 25. And that'll be a first down for Hopkins.
It's been really good return coverage by Forest Lake.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they've had a number of guys. Emmett Hauer's been in on 2 really great stops that he soloed. And this one, there's 5 Rangers there. I don't know who to credit the tackle to because there was 5 guys on him.
I mean, the team. We've talked about that all year. The team tackling that this team is doing.
Yep.
It's hard to assign a tackle to just one player each down.
But we're back on defense, so let's talk about those guys that have been absolutely phenomenal. DeMonso has been one of them. Weston Hoyt's coming up with some big tackles. You got Sam Mills. I mean, Ryan O'Connell has been in there.
Colby Christensen.
Colby Christensen
coming up on the tackle there.
Played, he's played amazing. He was great in the was it the Osseo game, I think.
Yeah.
I think Colby Christensen had some really, really big tackles.
2nd and 4 for Hopkins. Looks like they're kind of finding their groove in the run game.
And I mean, Aho has had some really great coverage this year.
Well,
he has made leaps and bounds from last year.
Yeah.
In his coverage, he's stuck with receivers and he's playing man a lot, and he got picked on a lot last year, but this year he's been solid. Oh,
almost a direct snap to the running back as it was bobbled by Caspers. Hopkins lucky to get that one back. It'll be 3rd down and an 8 now.
Loss of 2 yards.
With Aho, I mean, it's one of those things, it's kind of like offensive lineman a little bit. It's, if you're not getting your name called, it's a good thing.
yeah.
If you're not being talked about as a defensive back,
Yep.
it can be a positive. Obviously, if you're getting talked about for big plays, great, but
And
we
that-
haven't barely had to say anything about Aho because he's not getting beat. And we've played a fair amount of passing teams this year.
And that was Joe Mastel on that last tackle, getting in on that defensive line. making a
Pressure
great
on
play.
Caspers, and he's brought
Howie
down and
Johnson.
sacked.
Howie Johnson coming in from the outside. Absolutely
Austin
just
Seeley on the tackle.
wrecking it on the outside.
4th and very, very long. Caspers coming off the field a little gimpy after that one. Taking his time getting to the sideline.
Hopkins back to punt now.
Jake Johnson stands at the 50 awaiting this
Oh.
one over the head of the punter, and it rolls
That's
out of
gonna be a
bounds.
safety.
And we have our 2nd safety of the game. When was the last time that has happened?
It's been a bit.
I think there was an NFL game that happened this year with 2 safeties in it, week 1.
Was that the one where he stepped out of bounds again?
Yeah, I think they got sacked in the end zone for a safety, and then
Who was that? Carson Wentz on the Commanders?
was it Wentz?
I think it might have been Wentz.
Okay.
Wentz pulled the Dan Orlovsky.
Stepped out. He made a tweet about it afterwards, saying like, "Finally, I never had like I'm not the only one."
I'm not the only one.
Yeah. I remember seeing that on ESPN. All right, so Rangers will receive their second short kick. We'll see who they put back deep this time. Last time on this, they put Aho deep, thinking that they were going to kick it short to Weston. But now it looks like they will swap Aho and Hoyt again. So Hoyt will be deep this time.
So in high school, you must have the option to free kick it or
Kick it from 20.
kick it from.
High kick. And Weston runs right by it. Some miscommunication. Johnson picks it up and he's smacked ball out. Rangers still fall on it.
Howie Johnson, or nope, that's 82. Austin Sell.
Some miscommunication there by the Rangers. I believe it was Aho set up underneath it, looking like he was going to take it, and it went way over his head.
Yeah.
And Weston just ran up on it. I think he looked at Aho.
I'm not sure on the rules on that one. On a safety, though, I think
I'm pretty sure it's a punt.
it's a
Is
punt.
basically what it is.
But Aho, whoever it was, had touched that ball, so it was a free ball.
Yeah. Well, the refs are trying to figure everything out right now. Dude, there is a kid up on the booth of this just hucking this matting down onto the practice field.
Looks like there was a penalty on the
Rangers?
Rangers.
Be nice if they would tell us what it is. Here we go.
I think it was in the area of blocking the back on the front line.
Penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rangers.
First down from their own 12-yard line.
And this right now in a game is where it's hard to, like the opposing team is kind of chirping and you're kind of
Yeah, you're
saying
getting frustrated.
scoreboard
Yep.
and you know, it's one of those things where, you know, whenever you retaliate, you're always gonna get caught for the penalty. Pats are up the middle.
Nice hole for him to run through there. It's going to be a 9-yard gain, just short of a first down for the Rangers.
I think we're going to end up seeing quite a bit of Patzer the last half of this game.
Yeah.
Walker.
Well, I'd be surprised if it's Patzer and not Emmett
Yeah.
Hauer.
Gain of 9.
Very
Second
true,
and
very
1.
true. But I think we're going to see a lot more running coming out of
I would bet you
Forest Lake.
second and short. Johnson in motion. Handoff is to Patzer. Makes a couple of moves out across the 30 and drug down from behind at the 33.
Gets about 9 there.
A block downfield
Forest Lake with a first down.
by the Rangers.
Yeah,
21 will have to come off the field. He got manhandled at the point of attack. He was looking for an excessive blocking flag on that one. I think it was 53 for the Rangers. But
Zach
he plays,
O'Connell?
Zach O'Connell plays defensive line. Maybe it was 63 for the Rangers. Something 3. Handoff is to Emick. Breaking tackles, making moves. Oh, if he just stays right and it's on the sideline, it's a touchdown.
Number 40, Eric Howard.
He cuts it back and is taken down after a nice gain. Still a great run.
Tackle.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself in meetings tomorrow looking at that one on tape. He had nothing but green ahead of him if he just stays to the sideline. Zeidler brings him out, 1st and 10, ball on the 47. Zeidler out of the pistol, takes the snap, hands off to Patzer. Patzer gets to the outside, puts his helmet down, stays in bounds, fighting forward down to the 31.
Once again, Patzer just looking for contact. He could have easily ran out of bounds, and Just goes to try and run over the guy.
Which he did.
Oh, it looks
The
like we
man
got
that
a
tried to tackle Patzer is still down on the field.
Tyson Moore is the injured
Hey,
player.
Joel,
yeah.
with that run, goes
That'll-
for 11.
That'll move the chains.
That'll move the chains. First down, Rangers. 5 minutes, 33 seconds left here in the first half. Yeah.
So
If I was a betting man, I would say that Dylan Titterud will probably start the second half.
yeah, and you know what? This is probably a good time to give Ethan Lincoln a break on left tackle.
Yeah.
He's been banged up a little bit. He's had a brace on his knee, and he's been banged up a couple of times. So like this is a perfect time to see what your sophomores,
Well, and yeah,
your
and
sophomores and juniors.
See, and this is where it comes to such a rough thing in high school football is you get to a point where you don't want to be the team that just runs up the score. But at the
Right.
same time, if I'm B-Scout, my first year coaching, I want to see what this next crop of players can do. I'm not going to stray from the way that I'm calling plays. If we score more points, we score more points. I want to see what my team can do. Pats are on the handoff up the middle. Gain of 4, maybe 5 on the play. It's going to be second down. And the clock will run. Second half should go a bit quicker with the clock rule in play. I think in high school football, if a team is up by 4 touchdowns, it's a running clock, unless
Okay.
a timeout is called. Johnson will come across in motion, handoff Patzer. Good vision, gets to the outside, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Rangers!
That'll be his second on the night, helping out the average there. Great run by Patzer. Been running with authority, and then he just makes a couple of moves and
another touchdown.
gets into the end zone. All right.
Rangers student section getting a lot of birds from that Hopkins student section after the "Why So Quiet" chant. All right, we'll see if Valentini can put this one through. Kick up and good.
Oh,
No good.
no good.
Extra point
Must
is
have just
no
pushed it
good.
right. So the score will stay where it's at, 52-0 for the Rangers.
So
Looked like
It's-
Hopkins tried to get a chant going, dissing Valentini for missing the field goal when they're down 52-0 on the scoreboard.
yeah, that's not really what we.
Not how you want to go after that one.
No. I mean, if it
I will
if
say,
it breaks a tie of a game, like you could have tied the game, maybe, but
Hopkins very creative with their theme night tonight as Minions Night, Forest Lake. I mean, a good old neon night, always a good choice, but I've not seen a Minions Night for a student section theme yet.
well, we got the minions. There are some minions in play here.
Here we go.
And here we go.
Kick taken by Hopkins at the 12. It's going to look right for some
Oh, wow.
real
That's a
estate,
Great tackle.
and that market closes down fast.
Bagley.
My number 10. Who is that? My number 10. Cole Garrow.
Carroll?
Cole Garrow, backup quarterback.
Ball's on the 23-yard line.
Getting in there on special teams, making a great play.
Here we go. First and 10 for Hopkins. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the half. Caspers out of the pistol. Got to believe they're going to be passing a decent amount here. Takes a snap, quick throw outside, nearly intercepted. on the edge. That was Noah Dunlap in coverage. Nearly had one.
Yeah, and had he picked that off, that would have been clear sail into the end zone.
So here we go. Now we're getting to start. We're getting to see some of that next crop coming in. Some of these sophomores, some of them seniors getting to play. But a lot of them juniors. Don't have many sophomores on the roster. Got a couple, but. Caspers takes a snap, high pass incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Eric Neese, even if he did come down with it, Eric Neese was ready to blow him up out there.
We do not have many underclassmen on the roster. In fact, I only think we have one 10th grader who's Ernest Goodwin. He's one of our kickers. But Howie Johnson, a name that we've said a decent amount this season, is a freshman. We got 3 more years of Howie Johnson.
And you know what? Howie Johnson is one of the big kids on the line too.
Yeah.
He is not a small. He is not a small kid.
Give him some time, pack on a bit more size. He's going to be a force by his senior year. Run up the middle by Hopkins, stopped after a gain of about 4, and it'll be 4th down. We'll see if Hopkins chooses to punt. And
Howie Johnson in on that tackle, along with a host of other Rangers.
Speaking of the devil.
Brings up 4th and 6.
All right, Jake Johnson will come in to receive the kick. And we'll see how this.
How tall is Howie Johnson?
I wish we had those stats here on the roster.
Because
we do
he
not.
looks like he's about 6 foot, and he's in 9th grade. Wow.
Howie's a big man. Johnson will receive it on the fly. Running right, penalty flag comes in. I think it's going to be a holding.
Johnson on the return. Flag on the play.
Okay return for Johnson, not one of his best tonight.
Wow. I mean, he's had 2 pretty good returns. So.
Well, yeah. That's it. We won't talk about that one that he was 3 yards away from taken to the house.
Hey.
Good return.
It was a great return.
All right, so Zeidler in the offense, back out on the field. Looks like Brad will run them to halftime at least. And we'll see what he chooses to do after that. Zeidler out of the pistol. Takes a snap, handoff, Patzer going left. He's going to go forward, gain
Look at this, excessive. Ethan Lincoln, you just brought it up. Ethan Lincoln out there, number 77, just taking the guy 15 yards downfield. Looked like he was trying to take him to the fence.
The ball carrier.
Michael Orr action.
Michael Orr blindside action.
I gotta try and do a bit more offensive line looking. I'm trying to announce where the ball's going, but all the fun seems to be happening in the defensive secondary with offensive linemen. Patzer keeps forward, ball comes out. Looks like Hopkins may have gotten on it.
There's a fumble on the play.
Patzer has had a couple fumbles so far this season.
They'll take over on the Forest Lake 46-yard line.
Well, I mean, that's kind of Adrian Peterson syndrome right there. Like, you're just trying to run. He runs through so many tackles.
Yeah.
And he tries to fight for every yard. And while you're fighting, you get stood up. You know, guys come in. You know, great job by Hopkins. It looked like somebody had tried to punch the ball, which, you know, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. So great job by Hopkins. They finally get a turnover, maybe get something going here.
That was DeMarco Buckney coming in and forcing that fumble. Casper's now on 1st and 10, takes a snap, handoff, met in the backfield by the Ranger wrecking crew. And we have a flag drop down.
Number 50, Gunnar Johnson.
They're going to call a horse collar.
Ball carrier. Loss of 3. There's a penalty on the play.
How was that? A horse collar? You had him in the front.
Yeah, I don't know. He was met in the backfield and hammered.
Well, looks like it was a face mask.
Okay.
Face mask call. Okay.
All right. We'll get him on the next down.
I think they were more surprised that they were right in front of the ball carrier and they were just grabbing anything. And, you know, face mask, occasionally there was two guys there, so like you go to grab it and your other guy is there. His arm moves your arm up, gets it into the face mask. Stuff like that happens. But how about that name, Gunnar Johnson? That sounds like a great defensive lineman name.
Kaspers looking downfield, feeling pressure now, throws it away. Kaspers taken down after the play, but no flag called. Hopkins breaking out the "I believe we will win" chant. I think that one's a little far gone here.
It's optimistic.
Optimistic, to say the least. Second down.
Well, I can say
And 10 to go. I got a feeling that there's going to be some sort of trickery coming here.
for as many come from behind victories as this Forest Lake team has had, it's great to see somebody else that doesn't stop believing.
I would like to see a Rangers 52-0 comeback. But that I feel
we would not like to
hurt
see
my
that.
heart.
We would not like to see
If they promise to come back, sure, let
we
the
were-
other team go up by 52. But I don't want to have to find that out during the game. Pass outside, caught by
Complete.
Hopkins.
fighting for yards. Great play by the Hopkins receiver, number 80.
Transfers pass complete to number 80.
It's going to be just short of a first down.
Owen Hall.
Noah Dunlop.
All right.
The head ref signaled for a first down,
2 yards to go.
and
It looked like.
it
Looked
looked
like
a
he
little
got
closer to the sticks. Head ref pointed first down, but everybody else overruled him. 3rd down and 1.
All right, here we go. Rangers defense looking to keep that goose egg on the board.
Right now they should be up there trying to jump that snap and force that guard offsides again.
Well,
Quick
that-
pass outside, ball in the air,
ball is
incomplete.
Dropped, and 31 and 52 on the coverage.
Pass intended for a player we do not have on roster, unless that's 15 down there. Yes, it is 15.
Brayson Johnson and Matthew
Incomplete.
Schwartz in on the
4th down and
coverage.
1 for Hopkins.
Vegley, the receiver, on that one. Good coverage by the Rangers. Getting in there and finishing him off before he could try and even catch the tip. 4th and 1. Royals are going for it.
Ranger wrecking crew looking to get in there and make some noise.
Kaspers takes the snap, quick pass outside, first down by the Royals, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Transfers to number 84.
Pass reception by Christian
Christian
Walrath.
All right, Hopkins
That's a
starting to make some
Hopkins
noise.
Getting a drive going here.
Shaking the camera a bit. Sorry, that's not me.
What is this Hopkins crowd waking up a little bit tonight? 1st and 10. Kaspers out of the pistol, takes a snap, handoff. Good run there, and Hopkins finds the end zone for the first time tonight.
Hopkins touchdown scored by number 26, Jason Evans Curry.
Run by Jackson Evans Curry.
Jackson Evans Curry on the touchdown.
Well, one thing about this, we were up 52-0. Normally, your switches of the underclassmen come at halftime, but Brad Vieskow's brought in his underclassmen a little sooner. The guys that or the non-starters. So, ooh,
Kick is up and good.
up and good. Looks like we're going to have a roughing the kicker call.
Bagley's kick is good. With a minute 31 left in the second quarter. It's
Yeah, so they
52 to
rotated
7.
in. Hopkins kept their starters out, found the end zone.
Found the end zone, and you know, a lot of that, it's not saying that those players, they're probably just not used to running a lot of the stunts that you run in game as far as game speed. So that one, it looks like we got sucked in on that left side. I mean, on the right side, it looks like we got sucked in and it left a big lane for the running back. So, you know, it's one of those things they can work on in practice, and
They'll see it on film tomorrow.
They'll see it on film tomorrow. It's a good job by Hopkins getting in there.
That's why they're out there.
Keeping their head in the game and going down and scoring a touchdown.
That is one reason you put them in there, so that those mistakes can happen in a game situation when hopefully you're the team that's up by a bunch.
Yep.
And you can put it on tape and learn from it on Saturday morning. All right, Rangers will return here. Trying to see who we got back deep to return this one. Got a couple new players out there for the Rangers. Our deep four: Reed Olson, Sam Cordy, Jake Johnson. I'm trying to see who's deep.
Number 9.
Is it number 9?
Is that Aho?
So
yeah,
Aho.
that's Aho.
Aho deep.
So we still got a lot of our main returners. Aho's back deep. He has been a returner and a punt returner last year. Takes it 4 yards
Touchback, and
from
there's a
deep in the
flag on
end
the
zone.
play.
You have a flag. A little extracurricular there with number 31 of Hopkins and number 33 of the Rangers. Eric Neese
yeah.
and Xander Brown mixing it up a little bit. We'll see what
Once
the call
again,
is.
might be a little chirping on both sides, and we'll see who they call it on, or if they call it on both of them.
Neese looked like he had gotten a big shove.
Yeah, but in that time, if the whistle hasn't blown, he thought it might have been a little late, and then he.
Penalty was holding on Forest Lake. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Okay.
Holding.
So the pushing and shoving after the fact affected nothing. It's just holding on the Rangers. It'll back them up to the 10. Be 1st and 10. Brad keeping the offensive starters in the game. Zeidler sends Johnson in motion, takes a snap, handoff Patzer. Patzer's got a lane up the middle.
And that'll move the chains.
1st down, Rangers after a gain of 12 with a minute and 23 left. Clock will run.
Patzer is the ball carrier. Pickup of 9.
We'll see how aggressive Brad wants to be going into halftime.
Looks like the running clock has started.
1st and 10.
Yes.
Normally the clock stops on a 1st down.
Zeidler handoff to Patzer again up the middle. Good seam, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. It'll depend on where they mark it.
Looks like that might move the chains.
That might move the chains.
Tackle made by number 85.
All right, they're going to call him short. 2nd and 2 inches. It's a little absurd. Zeidler takes a snap, option. Going right. Zeidler keeps himself, pitch downfield.
Deep pitch
It'll be
downfield.
Patzer out of bounds at about the 45. So out of bounds, clock will stop. That hasn't changed.
15-yard gain.
I've often wondered how that option works.
From the Forest Lake 45.
So how do you factor the yards? Because he pitched that back all the way to the line of the scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
The
forward progress.
The 8 yards that he got, and then he pitched it back to Patzer.
Patzer trying to make a move, get outside to the right. Brought down after a solid gain. He's across the 50. Rangers with 17 seconds. I believe are probably just going to run it out and go to half.
Leighton Patchner on the ball.
This would be a.
Well, Zeidler's still calling plays, trying to get everybody in position, maybe get one more play off before half.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he got it.
Zeidler takes a snap, handoff Patzer. And that would have been a first down, but that's the end of the first half.
End of the first half. So great first half by Forest Lake, up 52-7. Getting a lot of people in the game. And let's take a look at all of our Ranger faithful over there. Traveling well. Good job.
Holy cow, what a game did they try. I mean, that's the thing. If you're going to get fans to drive to Hopkins, you better put on a show for them.
And that's
exactly what they're
doing.
doing.
That they have. I mean, let's give it a recap. What we have: Weston Hoyt with 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. I wish that somebody was a little bit more prompt on the up-to-time stats.
So
I usually have to get them on like Wednesday.
So we have Weston Hoyt with 3 touchdowns, 2 receiving, 1 rushing. We have
introducing the 2022 Hopkins Royals Dance Crew.
Let's get our first half recap here.
Hi there.
Here's Noah, and
join me in
flip
welcoming
this around here
the
real
Royal
quick.
Hopkins
If you're
Dance
hearing
Crew
any
as they
jets in the
perform
background,
their
we are having a
routine.
cavalcade of Airbuses going over headed to the airport.
All right, so we got Weston Hoyt with 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
2 receiving, 1 rushing.
Yep, I believe
We have
that is
Patzer
correct.
with 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
We have Zeidler with a rushing touchdown and 3 passing touchdowns, I believe. Jake Johnson had 1.
Jake Johnson, Zeidler, or Hoyt with 2.
So I think we have all of the touchdowns.
Yeah.
So Johnson, Hoyt has 3. Total. Patzer has 2. This is hard math here, guys.
I kind of like it.
And
I like the
Zeidler
math.
has 1, so that's 8 touchdowns. And it looks like I'm counting right. 8 touchdowns, 4 extra points. 48. Yep. The math works out. The math works out.
Forest
Everybody.
Lake was my alma mater,
So-
and Mr. Madsdorf, my coach and math teacher, tried his hardest, but
Not so good at the
didn't
mathing.
retain a whole lot on the number side of things.
Mathing was not your strong
Mathing
subject.
was not my strong suit.
All right, so other things. Defense played absolutely amazing.
Lights out.
Lights out.
They didn't.
DeMonto was it DeMonto on the interception?
Yes.
DeMonto on the interception. A number of sacks, tackles for loss. We had a safety.
2
that
safeties.
Well, the one safety was a punt.
That's
it was a snap
on
out of the
Hopkins,
end zone.
yeah.
That was kind of on Hopkins, but we had a safety in the end zone. They had multiple tackles for loss.
Bottom line, the
also-
Rangers squad is killing it tonight.
Right, and the offensive line has done an amazing job.
Absolutely.
Offensive line. I hope y'all rewind that to when we were talking about Ethan Lincoln. If you can go back, if you missed it, Ethan Lincoln was making a block, 17 yards
And we had
downfield.
one before, like the play before that. It was
So-
happening too.
If anybody out there is looking for a left tackle, Ethan Lincoln,
Yes.
you might want to be taking a look at him.
Well, and I
Yes.
would also say if anybody's out there looking for some defensive line,
Well, you got
Howie Johnson's looking like he's going to be pretty good. You got 4 years to come out and watch him play.
4 years of
3
Howie
more
Johnson.
after this.
He's been absolutely amazing. Sam Mills on the defense. Zach O'Connell came up, made a whole bunch
Yeah.
of plays. I mean, you got great coverage by most of the Rangers. Like, I'm not even gonna. I mean,
Another game.
They've been playing man, and nobody has really been that open.
Another game that we haven't had to say anything about Aho except for what we were saying about not calling his name all that much because they're not even throwing to his side. He's not making a tackle because they're not attacking him.
He's been great. He's been great.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
And like he has had some plays where he kind of got beat this year, but he got his hands up, and it was enough. It was enough to enough to throw off the play. So it's been one of those where he's made an amazing jump from last year, where last year he kind of struggled a little bit, and this year he's making an amazing jump.
Yeah.
Where nobody's really taking advantage of him because of his size. Like they looked at him because of his size. He's a shorter corner, and this is no knocks on him at all. But if I'm the other team, I'm looking to go his way. But nobody's going his way.
No,
so,
he's a shorter corner that plays like he's 6'2".
Right. So he's doing a great job. Great job out there playing man. I mean, I would imagine that we're not going to see most of the starters in this second half.
Yeah.
And I think we had a lockdown day. I believe we were Minnesota Tribune top 10.
Yes.
We were top 10. So we got moved up in the Minnesota Tribune rankings. Apparently, we still won and lost the Care 11 top 10 rankings.
We might be in there still. I'll do some research.
So the Rangers. Next week we play Stillwater, and we're gonna have we play Stillwater, so we're gonna have a lot of people watching, and it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be at Forest Lake. There's gonna be a lot of people watching that game. You got the number 4. I believe they're ranked number 4. Number 4 Stillwater going up against us. We're ranked number 10. Very rare do you get those top 10 matchups during the middle of the season. I
would bet you Care 11 will be there.
In the previous years, we have had a lot of problems playing Stillwater because they're great, and it's gonna be a game where our corners, Weston Hoyt, Aho.
Yeah, they got
Johnson,
the number 1 quarterback.
They got
in
the number 1 quarterback
right
in the state, Shikanjansky. He is going to be throwing it, and we're going to see how good these corners actually are next week when Stillwater comes. Unfortunately, we will not be here next week, but we will have a stream for you. We're going to have two former Forest Lake players.
2 former captains from a couple years ago.
Yes.
The 2020 COVID year, Caleb Casa, the quarterback, and Caden Christensen,
who is Colby Christensen's brother, correct?
Think so?
I think so.
Sounds right. We'll go with it.
I'm not sure.
Mom, if I'm wrong, text me.
But
correct.
So we have a prior engagement. We have a wedding that we have to go to.
Yes.
We're going to have family in town, so we can't be there. We really would like to be there for the biggest game of the season.
We have family in town,
but we have family in town.
Joel and I will be in the corner of the wedding watching the stream the whole night.
We'll be watching on our phones.
Cheering them on.
Sorry to tip off the family, but we're going to be sitting in the corner.
I'm going to wear my Ranger shirt under my suit, I think.
Yeah.
Come on, Matt. He played on the team, too.
Right.
He's a Forest Lake alumni football player. What are you planning your wedding during football season?
Do
it Saturday.
I mean, they didn't know Forest Lake was going to be 4-0 against Stillwater.
Going up against Stillwater
2 years ago.
Who'd have thought? Not me.
Matt, poor planning. Poor planning.
Come on,
Poor planning, Matt.
Unbelievable.
Just going to say that. All right, so we're going to take a little break here.
Sure.
Take a little break. We're going to come back and
hit the wide
5,
angle.
10
Just
minutes.
let them watch the kiddies play some flag football here.
All right. We got the Hopkins youth playing some flag football here during halftime. We'll we'll zoom in over here, get these guys. So we'll be back and have the second half for you. Rangers up 52-7.
Rangers up big.
And
Rangers up big.
so great night for football. I'm gonna go maybe let's see, they got some
stuff over there smelling pretty good.
Smelling pretty good. I might have to go and see what they got.
All right.
So
we will be back shortly. All right. Welcome back, Ranger fans. Second half starting right now. As I change the quarter here before we get started. It's an interesting wrinkle to the game. Wind seems to have picked up a little bit over halftime. Not an insane amount, but enough.
Yeah, it's cooled off. The wind has picked up a little bit, but it's still a great night for football.
Absolutely. Very high kick taken by the Rangers.
Hang on to that ball.
Right side. Taken down. That was number 32 for the Rangers.
Number 32, Noah Dunlap.
Noah Dunlap.
Kickoff.
Nearly had an interception earlier in the game. Now he got to return a kickoff. So if you're just joining us, because you saw something on Facebook or Twitter about how the Rangers were doing today, its score is not a lie. 52-7, and we're starting the second half.
We will have a running clock for the rest of the second half, so that means it doesn't stop. All right.
Rangers on the option. Nice run there.
Hopkins
Cole
tackle made by
Grill.
number 65,
Cole Garrell.
Alan Walker.
Garrell on the run. Bit more wind noise this half.
40 was the ball
Yeah,
carrier.
we got a little windage on the mics.
First down for the Rangers.
You know what? We'll try and fix that. See if the old gaff tape trick works.
So I was correct. It is Dylan Titterud.
That'll be Garrell again.
Garrell.
Make it
Nice
a big
run.
game. That'll move the chains.
Cole
Run of
Grill, the ball
15.
carrier.
Paul, I'm
The
sorry
first
if I
down
screw up the
before
windscreen, but I'm going to...
Check it, see if it
Ball
works.
to
If it
Hopkins,
does, we'll
43
give her a
yard
shot.
line.
First down and 10 for the Rangers.
Yeah, I think that's yours now. I think mine's better.
Yeah. I'll do it
Here,
here
let
after
me,
this one.
Just get a little...
Titterud gives. Ranger running back working his way down the sideline. That's Clayton Brzezinski.
Caden Brzezinski, the ball carrier.
Brzezinski.
Zion Wilson in on the tackle.
It's better.
A little bit better. When I'm facing this way,
Yeah.
the wind still blows into the side, but when we're going the other way, it'll be much better. Titterud out of the pistol for the Rangers. First and 10. Keeps himself, runs right into a couple of Royals. He had that pitch open to the side there, but kept it himself.
Dylan Titterud, the ball carrier.
Gain of a couple. It's not a bad run. Maybe if I try flipping my mic to the other
55,
side.
Jude Lulu on the tackle.
That'll do something. Maybe. A little bit better, perhaps.
Yeah, that's much better.
Titterud on the option again, going right. Has a couple of blocks, keeps himself. First down and a gain of 7 on the play.
Carry.
No, it was second 8, and he got the first down and a few. So I'd say it's a gain of 10 yards.
That'll move the chains.
First and 10. Rangers could potentially get a first down on the 1 yard line. Ball on the 11. Titterud, hands off, going outside. That was Cole Garrell. How did you say his name?
Garrell,
Garrell. Cole Garrell on the carry.
I believe. I mean, that's how I would say it, so I'm not going to say I'm an expert on the matter, but
Garrell. Garrell. Grell. I don't know. I'm going to call him Cole. How about that?
there you go.
Titterud sends Cole in motion, keeps himself, rolls out to throw, ball batted down. You got to get a little bit more arc on that one. Dylan wishing he had that one back.
Great play by the defensive end, getting his hands up.
It was Anthony Walker coming off the edge there for Hopkins, batting that one down. 3rd down and 10, or 3rd down and 8. Titterud keeps it himself, trying to plow forward, getting a good push
from his offensive lineman. And
he's going to be close. It's going to be 4th down and 1, with a 1st down on the 1, potentially.
4th down and 3.
Looks like we might have a new quarterback for Hopkins.
That is what it's
after the
looking like.
half.
And his number is 9, and we don't have that on the roster.
Yeah, that or
Titterud out to the side, pitch out, touchdown, Rangers!
Caden Bishansky.
Scored by number 22, Caden Bashinsky.
Nice run out to the side for Bishansky. And the Rangers extend their lead.
56-7, and we'll have Valentini coming on for the extra point.
Is it 6 or 8? I thought it was 53. It should be.
It was 52, so it should be 58.
It does look like it's 58.
Looks like they have a problem on the scoreboard.
Valentini's kick. No good. So our score will stay there at 58-7.
Wow, it's weird. It looks like 58 when I'm looking at it on the camera, but from this angle that we're looking at it, it looks like 56. It's weird. Strange. So, 58-7. Rangers. We'll see what Hopkins comes out and works with, and we'll see what the backup defensive line and corners can do.
All right. So we'll see. This will be Goodwin, or yeah, Goodwin kicking off. Kick will be taken inside the 5 by Hopkins. Big lane down the sideline.
Ooh, that looks like that could be.
And they're going to get
some
the
kind of horse
Rangers on a
collar or
horse
face
collar.
mask.
Eddie Winters on the return.
But I would say he got jersey. He didn't get the inside of the shoulder pads.
Right,
From
but if
up
it's the
here.
back, but if it's the back. Oh, no flag. All right,
We're waving it off.
looks like they're waving it off.
Oh, here we go.
Face mask called.
Okay, so we did get confirmation. Colby Christensen is Caden's brother, younger brother.
I thought that's what Caleb said.
All right, here we go. So it looks like Caspers stays in the game. They were just using a different quarterback or a different player to warm that arm up for him. Hopkins takes the snap, looks to pass, deep ball thrown down the side, and the Rangers nearly had a pick. That would have been Noah Dunlap's
Intended for Char. Ball is incomplete.
Second near interception on the game. He's doing a great job in coverage with these receivers. What'd you say?
Yeah, I mean, he had a good jump. He had a good jump there. Basically was in better position to make the catch than the receiver was.
Well, he stayed ahead of him the entire time. I don't know what Kaspers was seeing on that one. That's a backward pass. It is caught by the running back. Rangers struggling to wrap him up, then do about the line of scrimmage. Gain of nothing. It'll be third down for Hopkins.
Casper's pass complete. Evans through with the receiver.
So, so we're 4-0. Looks like this will be 5.
5-0.
5-0.
5-0.
I'm not sure if that 90s team, I don't think they went 5-0.
No, the last time we were 4-0 was in the 60s. Big hit on Kaspers from behind.
Makes a catch.
Ball out. Ranger ball.
Ranger ball. Number 52 coming up with the reception. Colby Borsheim. Hey, they finally got him on the roster.
Colby Borsheim coming up and just starting the chainsaw with that one, ripping the ball out.
Colby Borsheim was one of those that was not on the roster, and he's been playing well. We've called his name quite a few times, but they finally got him on the roster, so good job.
Kaspers took a shot on that play. It's amazing that ball ended up where it was.
Yeah, I was surprised he caught it because that thing came out like a wounded duck. He got hit as he threw, and it was
Titterud
good adjustment by the
keeps
receiver.
himself.
Titterud.
Nice move across the 50. Trying to outrun the Hopkins Royals, and he'll take himself out of bounds right in front of the 35.
Knocked out of bounds by Smith.
Nice run by Dylan Titterud on the play. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Great spot for Dylan Titterud to come into the game and just get used to it. He hasn't got a lot of snaps in the last 2 years. Behind Zeidler. Zeidler's been rock solid all season, so
Good
Titterud.
hard count by Dylan on that one. Ref pulled his flag out but didn't throw it. I think they were nearly expecting an encroachment or offside.
So let's take a look at the offensive line. So Ethan Lincoln has come out, number 72. Tucker Seibold comes in. He's going to be he's a junior this year. So he'll be, fumble.
Titterud gives, ball on the ground,
Recovered by
the
Forrest
Rangers.
Lake, recovered by the running back. And the wind is definitely picking up and being more of a problem.
Yes, it is.
We got London Messacomer coming in at center, and basically we're seeing what our backup offensive line is. Looks like they're doing a pretty solid job
Moving the ball.
moving the ball, opening up some holes.
Titterud handoff
That
up the
time.
middle, smacked.
That time the holes closed down real quick. A little extracurricular over there in the corner.
Highlight that one, Logan McGeary. Pancake block on that right side.
I wonder if
Wow.
that's, who was it, Jake McGeary's brother from last year? Is it Jake McGeary? Is it defensive end?
Not remembering exactly the name.
He was one of the Rangers wrecking crew from last year. Started to turn this program around a bit.
Titterud out of the pistol now. 4th and 1 for the Rangers. Snap, handoff up the middle, and I believe that's going to be enough for a first down.
That'll move the chains.
It's Noah
First down.
Dunlap on the carry again. Sorry, that last name. Called that name a few times tonight, and it just slipped my mind.
Correction, Tristan Miller, 23, not 32.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Got my numbers mixed up. Just about to hit the end of the 3rd quarter here. Hand off to the outside. That is
15.
Xavier Irish on the carry. Good gain.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Your score is 58-7 in favor of the Rangers.
And this is what we were talking about. We got that running clock, so this is going to be a fairly quick second half. The clock will not stop unless there is a timeout called.
Timeout, player runs out of bounds, or incomplete pass, I believe, are the 3 things that stop the clock. But the clock will continue running
On first downs.
on first downs.
Thank you very much. We appreciate everything you did for us.
I thought the running clock still meant even if they were out of bounds, it ran for a while.
There might be a runoff. I would have to. Well, we'll see here. We'll see exactly how they choose to run it. Trying to fish my charger out here. All right, so it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Rangers here, early in the 4th. Titterud.
2nd and about 6.
Handoff
Handoff was a little dicey.
up the middle for no gain, maybe 1.
Yeah, and this right here, that play is a perfect example of why you want to get your backups, everybody into games to play at game speed. That mesh point handoff that even the starters have had some problems, with the timing on that. That was a little bit of a problem on that play. Ooh.
Titterud hit as he threw.
Took an absolute shot.
Ball falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 5. We'll see what the Rangers elect to do.
You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing how kicking into the wind give Valentini just a shot at a field goal here. But they will go for it.
Offense stays out. 4th down and 5. Titterud takes himself. Pitch outside. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Rangers!
Tristan Miller for a Forest Lake touchdown.
Tristan Miller on the carry. And we'll see what the Rangers elect to do here extra point-wise. Looks like Valentini's going to trot out. We'll see what he can do kicking into the wind for an extra point. We'll adjust our score here. Snap, spot, kick is up. And that one he drilled it.
So 65-7. That is quite an offensive showing by the Rangers and their Rangers second team.
Yeah, absolutely. Ten minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the 4th. Gotten some feedback that we need to say the time left in the quarter a little bit longer since it's not on the scoreboard.
Ah,
The reason it's not on the scoreboard is because we can't tie into the stadium scoreboard, and if we wanted to have an accurate clock, we would need a third person here just to run the clock with the amount of stoppages and stuff that happens between plays.
right, and
We're doing enough as it is, running the
is.
cameras and everything else.
it
Here we go.
a little challenging on these away games. Doing stuff that we don't normally do.
Goodwin in to kick it off. This one hits that wind and hangs up. Will be taken at about the 8-yard line. Hopkins getting a good return. Goodwin, the kicker.
Wow.
Sticking the tackle there. Wow.
That was a good stick and a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
That was Jamison Hedman on the return. Getting up a little gimpy. Coming off the sideline, knees hurting.
That was a big shot right there.
Goodwin got low. All right. We'll see what the Hopkins offense can do now. I believe that is still Caspers out at quarterback. I'm not seeing a 17 on the sideline. Handoff,
Oh,
swamped, Ranger Wrecking Crew.
Number 50 in on the tackle. It's going to be Gunnar Johnson, the guy with a great defensive lineman name.
Gunnar Johnson
Gunnar Johnson
getting
coming
in there, wreaking some havoc in the backfield. Ball on the 35, second down and 17 to go. Caspers in the pistol.
Rangers showing blitz.
Takes a snap, quick pass, caught. Rangers coming up, big stick there. Number 20 for the Rangers.
And it's going to be 3rd and 13.
Anthony
14-ish.
Capoletti coming up and laying the wood on that one. Caspers in the pistol.
All right, this is the time where you can just let your defensive linemen pin their ears back and
Go after him. Third down, Caspers drops to pass, hurried, throws out, and that, we've been saying it 3 times now, Noah Dunlap in perfect position for an interception that just, the ball doesn't have the correct amount of distance on it every time. He's the only one in the area to make the catch, and both of his short ones have been too short for him to get under.
He's been in good position, though.
He's been in great position, yeah.
Great position to close off the receiver so they can't make it. Looks like the Hopkins are going to go for it on 4th down here. They were thinking punt, but I wouldn't be shocked if this was just a pooch punt here.
Caspers is going to run with it. It was close to the line of scrimmage. That was questionable. But that'll be a first down for Hopkins. Great improv there by Caspers.
Yeah, good job by him scrambling around, making a pass, getting a first down. Kind of like the call by Hopkins there, just going for it. You got nothing left to lose. Let's play some more offense, boys.
Caspers takes the snap, drops, quick throw to the outside. Dolman there.
Dunlap again on the tackle.
Dunlap there along with Matthew Schwartz. I can feel it. Dunlap's coming away with a pick in this one.
Yeah?
He's gonna
get one?
Caspers is finally gonna put just enough on there to get it to him. And he's gonna pick one off. Especially now that it looks like Hopkins is resorting to passing more.
Well, I'm thinking that the Ranger Wrecking Crew 2.0 is gonna come in, maybe put a shot on him.
Right there, hurried, short arms that one.
There was my call.
That was a house call.
Sorry, that
Anthony
was
Capoletti.
Anthony Capoletti.
It's
yeah.
starting to weigh on these guys. Like Dolman, Capoletti, like all these guys have had position, like
They were just so close.
they're feet away from interceptions. Yeah, this second string secondary has played very, very well so far since they've been in, since early or
and you know what?
late second quarter.
The second string defensive line has still put a ton of pressure,
Yes.
a ton of pressure on them. So, you know, they've been a little bit more aggressive. They've completed a couple of passes and
Hurried again.
Oh.
Casper steps up, throws downfield. No one close.
Casper's pass was incomplete.
Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 7. I
big
bet you they go
rush
for
on
it
the
again.
outside there. Number 96 not on the roster. Sorry, can't tell you his name.
Well, Clayton Siring as well, coming off that other side, has been in Casper's face all night long since he's been in the game. 4th and 7 for the Royals. Caspers takes a snap, quick pass outside.
Nice hit.
Stick.
Nice hit. Saving the
Jackson
first
Hunter
down.
coming up, making the hit right as it was caught.
Brings on a reception.
Turnover on downs. Great
With the tackle.
Great tackle by Jackson Hunter there. Just
First down,
staying by the sticks, making sure he doesn't get out, making a sure tackle. Turnover on downs.
Now, will it be Titterud or will they bring Garrell?
I don't know. I mean, Garrell's been in at running back.
He has been, but do you put him in and get him some QB reps?
I don't know. I mean, I probably
He's listed as a quarterback on the roster.
I probably would maybe give him some timing plays.
They will stick with
And-
Titterud.
Everybody, I would like to make an announcement. Number
Titterud. Handoff outside is Sam Cordy.
Sorry
Gonna
about
go
that.
for 6 yards.
I just wanted to make an announcement. Number 47, Ariana Klarkowski is checked into the game. Good to see getting everybody involved on the football team.
Reed Larson now in at running back. Titterud hands off Larson. Going down the right side, stays on his feet. Nice gain there.
Nice power running there. Kind of got a little off balance a little bit, kept his feet running, and
First down.
makes a first down. That'll move the chains.
Nice run. 1st and 10 for the Rangers now, and Titterud brings his team to the line. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the 4th. Dillon takes a snap. We got a flag on the play. It was going to Reed Larson.
There would have been a big hole there
Yeah.
on the offensive line. But
Very late on the whistle on that one. False start, offense.
you know, I will say that in previous years, our backup offensive line has been very, very small. But these guys come in here and definitely can move some people around.
Titterud takes a snap. Back to Cordy.
Cameraman lost the ball.
Outside, he's going to gain 15 on the play and is taken out of bounds. Sam Cordy
That'll
On
move
the
the
run.
chains.
for the Rangers.
That's a Forest Lake first down.
All right, so we got 2:30 left in the game. Clock continues to run.
All right, so that answers the question. He was taken out of bounds. Clock still runs.
Could have been a defensive. All right, here we
Larson
go. And
to the 10.
Oh,
big contact to the 5. Reaching down to the 1. Wow, Reed Larson running over a Royal.
All right, so we got 2 minutes to go. Looks like we'll have a couple more plays from the 3.
I don't like the spot. I think they should be closer. Reed stretched out.
I kind of ran out of cord as I was turning. Sorry about that. I did get the hit though. We did get that, but
that's what matters. Larson, no, throw out. Sam Cordy caught at the 1.
That's complete to Cordy.
All right, it's 1 minute left to go.
1 minute 20 left. Second down, clock runs. Titterud out of the pistol. Sends Cordy in motion. Takes a snap, takes it himself. Touchdown, Dylan Titterud. And touchdown, Rangers.
And that'll make it 71-7. And Valentini coming on for the extra point.
I gotta hand it to the Hopkins student section. Still a lot of people there.
There is a lot of people there for this score of the game. A lot of
Royal faithful weathering the storm. Valentini in for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and good. We'll make it 72-7 with 52 seconds left to go in the game.
So, looks like everybody's getting a shot to come in. I think anybody that dressed, you're going to be on this kick return.
Yeah.
I mean, this kick coverage. Good to see. Good to see coaches getting everybody involved in the game. All these kids work amazingly hard throughout the week. You know, they may not be able to just crack that starting squad or get on just enough, but they're still there, they're working, they're trying to get better, and these are the games that, you know, it's fun just to get a couple of plays in under the Friday night lights, you know.
Well, and a big thing that I'm seeing is how nice it is to see that this doesn't look like it's going to be a one-year stint record-wise. We have starting caliber players throughout. This return heads out left. Hopkins returner outruns his blockers and is taken down just short of the 30.
Well, and you know, the biggest thing about this is Brad's first year of coaching.
Nobody expected this.
Nobody expected
this. A couple of wins would have been nice, but we're 5-0 to start the season.
5-0 to start the season. Not only that, but there's a lot of kids that, you know, play, and you know, let's face it, being in sports is a lot of work.
And commitment,
and commitment. And it's good to see, you know, a whole bunch of kids coming out. They finally, you know, they're getting that 5-0 start. You know, Forest Lake has always wanted to get that, you know, just to have that good team. And, you know, there's been a lot of years that there's been a ton of big kids walking around Forest Lake halls, and, you know, they're not on the football team.
Ranger defense still standing tall. Yeah. No, it was always a thing where we would start out with 50 players, 60 or someone in there. And then it was always a challenge to see how many we were going to end the season with.
Right.
Because we'd usually lose 4 or 5 throughout the season. And now we have kids 6 weeks into it wanting to join the team.
Right. And not only that, but it's also that thing that, you know, you can plan on trying to play football longer. Like, you know, if you're a sophomore, or, you know, if you're going to come out and have fun, be on a great team, have great energy. I mean, this team has had from the 50 to the end zone covered with fans at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
very
stands are
rarely,
almost standing
very
room only.
rarely do you see the 50 to the end zone covered with fans in a high school game.
Yeah.
So it's great that Brad's getting the entire community, you know, tied into the game and getting behind the kids. The kids are never giving up. Brad's always giving the kids a chance to win. You know, hang around, even in those games that we were down, hang around, play defense, and you know what? Eventually, some of our great players are going to make some great plays, and they'll pull one out. Patzer did it last week. You know, it was Hoyt.
Hoyt had a big one.
Hoyt had a big one a couple of weeks ago in Anoka. You know, there's the mindset of this team, and all the kids on this team they're never completely out of it. And not only that, but the score was 52 to 7, and everybody was still executing all of the plays.
Yeah.
You know, the whole entire game.
Yep.
So, you know, the whole entire team has got to buy in on Brad's coaching style and just his positivity that he has. So, good job to Coach Brad Beeskow, Vikings Coach of the Week.
Vikings Coach of the Week. Yeah, that's huge credit. What a way to honor winning that award by hanging 72 on your opponent.
Right, no kidding. Like,
so the Rangers, since I don't even know when, has it ever happened in the history of the school, are off to a 5-0 start, and we welcome the Stillwater Ponies into Ranger Stadium next week.
Shikenjansky, the best quarterback in the state.
Ranger Wrecking Crew is going to put some pressure on him.
Up against this Ranger Wrecking Crew, and we'll see what this Ranger Wrecking Crew can do, as well as those corners we were talking about earlier that we just haven't had to say their name that much because they're doing their job. They've been decent, very decent in man coverage. Nobody's open. You can't say that anybody's really falling down on this defense. Like, no. There's not a weak point to this defense.
There's not a weak point to this team right now.
I mean, there's very few there's a couple of spots that we can work on, like those mesh point handoffs.
Yep.
You know, maybe some of the blocks that you know as a wide receiver you can block downfield. Let's find a way to do it so you can't even give them a reason to call you for a penalty. There's been a number of those that we've had that didn't look like it, but as a wide receiver, you have to make it known that you are not blocking in the back.
Yeah.
You know. So there's a couple of things that we can work on, and Brad continues to drill it down into these guys that, hey, don't give up, keep playing. We're always in the game, and you know what? Just come in, do your job, and it's a whole bunch of positivity that he just hands to these kids, and it's great. It's just a breath of fresh air to this program.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I can't wait to watch the game next week.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunately we will not be able to be at the Stillwater game, but this is a time to like and subscribe.
Hit the notification bell. Because after next week, we're away the rest of the season, and there will be no links sent out prior.
Right.
So if you want to watch the game, you head to YouTube, you go to Lakes Area Television, and you wait there until 6:45 when the live stream starts, and then you watch these beautiful presentations that we try and put on for you guys.
All right, so I'm Joel Geist,
I'm Noah Casa.
and we are going to sign off so we can get all this stuff put away and get home at a reasonable time.
Yeah. All right.
So, thanks a lot for watching, everybody.
We will talk to you in 2 weeks. Caleb and Caden will see you next week.
Right.
All right. Good night.